In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at angles of a triangle and proving the external angle theorem, which I'll explain in a little bit. But with these diagrams, we should be able to figure out the missing angle using what we've known about angle relationships from previous lessons. We know that, first of all these diagrams have a triangle in them. We know all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Also, we know that a straight line is, all the angles in a straight line add up to 180 degrees as well. So in order to find x in this case, all right, might not be able to do that right away knowing what we've already learned. Okay, but I can find this angle that's inside the triangle right here. Okay, you can do that because you have a triangle and you have two angles right here, 44 and 32. So to figure out that red angle, you're going to cut those two angles out of 180 degrees. So 180 minus 44 minus 32, which is 104 degrees. Okay. Now you know that this is a straight line right here. I should do this in a different color. I'll do this green. You have a straight line right there. Remember, 180 degrees is in a straight line. So 180 minus 104, cutting out the 104-degree angle, and you get 76. So this angle right here is 76 degrees. If you also notice that there's another way to get that, maybe a little bit quicker, a little bit simpler. Look at these two angles right here, 44 and 32. What are the sum of those? So 44 plus 32 is 76 degrees. So that's how you can get this external angle right here, is by adding up the two internal angles of the triangles opposite of it together. So 44 plus 32 is 76 degrees. So you don't have to go through all that work, okay, to get that third angle. Now we look at the next one. They give us already the external angle. The external angle is here. That means it's going to be the sum of the two internal angles not adjacent to it. So we have this angle and this angle. That means those two angles, when I add those up, they should be 129. So this one's 45 degrees. We don't know what this one is. So instead of adding those two together, I'm just going to subtract 45 from 129. 129 minus 45, which is 84 degrees. Okay, and we could double check our answers, or you just look. 45 plus 84 is 129 degrees. So the two internal angles are, when you add those together, they equal the external angle not adjacent to it. So we can use that actually to help us with certain diagrams. So let's fast forward to number 3 or 6, excuse me. We have an external angle right here, 114 degrees of this triangle. That means this angle right here and this angle right here are going to add up to 114 degrees. So I do 114 to figure out the other one. You have to cut out the 88. Minus 88 is 26 degrees. So this is 26 degrees. All right. And any way you can possibly figure out the other angles, again, there's multiple ways to come up with these numbers. I usually go for the vertical angles first. All right, so now I know that one's 26 degrees. I know this one is 26 degrees. This one up here is 100 or 88 degrees, so that means this is going to be 88 degrees. This is 114 degrees. That means this is going to be 114 degrees. Okay, so those are the vertical angles are the easiest to figure out. Now the other parts of the angles. All right, this one we'll start on the bottom right. Okay, this one right here. All right, we know it's on a straight line. So we do 180 minus 26, which is 154. 154 degrees. Vertical angle of that is right here, 154 degrees. With the left side, we're going to do the same thing. Instead of 114, so we're going to do 180 minus 114. So that is 220 degrees. Oh, I did that wrong. 180 minus 114 is 66 degrees. All right, so that means this one right here is 66 degrees. This right here is 66 degrees. So you're basically using your angle relationships that you already know. All right. Look at this. We notice we have two parallel lines right here. These two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Look at this. All those angle relationships coming back. Okay. When you have two parallel lines cut by a transversal, you have congruent angles, which could be alternate interior. So alternate interior or angles, remember, on the inside of the parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. So right here is also 66 degrees because these are alternate interior angles. This angle right here is vertical to that one, so that one's also 66. You could figure out the third one since this all on a straight line. This is a straight line. So I'm going to cut out this one and this one to get the third one. I'm running out of colors here. So we do 180 minus 88 minus 66, which is, do that again, 180 minus 88 minus 66, which is 26 degrees. And the angle vertical of that one is also 26 degrees. And all these circles should add up to 360 degrees. So make sure those numbers add up to 360 at the end. All right. So that's it for today's video. Kind of just to recap, when you have two angles in a triangle given, the external angle non-adjacent to it is the sum of those two angles. So we have 45 and 84 add up to the external angle, which is 129. All right. So that's it for today's video. Work through these problems. If you have questions, let me know in class.